Well, Matt, Suffa from the Hilltop Hoods, the man needs no introduction. Thank you so much for joining us here at Silver Tiger Media this afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Look, I have to tell you, without giving away too much about my age, I have been there since left foot, right foot. This really is a privilege. It's going to be a Tuesday that I remember for a long time. What's your Tuesday been doing for you?
I went and saw a trainer who practically broke me. So
as long as one of us is doing exercise.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And you recently celebrated a birthday, I see. Did you have a big one?
I didn't. My girls, I've got two daughters, they had COVID. So we had to stay home and just sort of they made me a cake, and that was nice. That was fun with me.
Beautiful. Can they cook? Yeah. They're pretty young, I would imagine.
3 and 5. So no, they cannot.
You had to fake it. Well, naturally, we're going to chat a bit about your new single Show Business, about your upcoming tour and the eagerly awaited first studio album since 2019. But first, I thought if you'd allow me, I'd throw some quick rapid fire questions at you, just to help the hordes of fans out there get to know the real man behind Suffa. Are you keen?
Okay.
Nothing political, I promise. Just a bit of fun. For those of you watching in from outside Australia, we're in the midst of the depths of an election week depression, so we need the comic relief. I promise, just a bit of fun. The first ones are just yay or nay questions. So first up, mumble rap, yay or nay?
Depends. Does it have to be a yay or nay? Can we throw a depends there?
I'll be fair, just because it's you. What about the return of the mullet, yay or nay?
Nay, big nay for me. I had one when I was a kid, and it's best left in the past.
Oh, it's a worry. Bitcoin, yay or nay?
Nay.
Skis or snowboard?
Snowboard.
Sega or Nintendo?
Nintendo.
Okay, correct. Barbecue or tomato sauce?
I didn't realize there was like right or wrong answers.
Come on.
Sriracha. I'm gonna throw in that.
Yeah. Now this one's important. Golden era hip hop, East or West Coast?
East Coast, yeah.
Hey. As a producer, Dilla or Primo?
Primo.
Favorite city?
In the world?
Yep.
New York.
And favorite Hilltop album?
The last one.
Oh.
It's always the last one.
Yeah. So you saw, no doubt, that Eminem recently got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did you vote? Am I right in suspecting that you did, but like me, you voted for Tribe instead?
I didn't vote. No, I'm not very good at that sort of thing, but I would have voted for both of them. I think, Eminem's the best rapper alive and maybe ever, and Tribe is probably the best group of all time.
And it sounds like you met Eminem. How was that?
It was good. It was brief. It was very quick. It was when we were on his tour. He was backstage with a lot of incense and warm lighting, and
I don't know if I believe you or not. So Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I mean, is that, with so many accolades behind you now, what's the goal? What would actually get Hilltop to bust out the champagne at this point?
To bust out the champagne. I don't know if we have goals like that. Just like the idea is I mean, it's not so much to succeed, but to not fail.
Well, now, do you know a quote that I love? I'm a bit of a nerd. I love my tennis. And Rafa says all the time, failure is not my enemy. Fear of failure is my enemy. And I try and remember that. So congratulations on the Show Business single featuring Amon. How did that collab come about?
Just a fan of his music. He put out a record a few years ago called the Golden Rail Motel, and my friend sent it to me. Had a song on it called I Got Soul, and I was in love with it. I wasn't even really familiar with like the 2000s era Amon. Just this one, and yeah, it's sort of, through being fans of his work, we just reached out that way. And he's a really great guy, really nice guy, and obviously very talented and gifted with a very special voice. So yeah, it was great to work with him. He's a great guy.
Oh, he speaks very highly of you as well. Is there anyone still that you're dying to collaborate with? I mean, this is a bit of a fangirl moment for me. Who do you fangirl over? Who would make Suffa sweat?
Probably Premier. Yeah, he's a god. And
hands down.
He's still, he's still at the top of his game after, I don't know how many years, 30, 35.
Yeah, incredible. So this single's release obviously sparks excitement about a new album, the first studio album since 2019. Still no Quell and the Passion, obviously. What can fans expect of the next one?
Look, we've written so much, it's sort of hard to say, because during the depths of the pandemic, all we had to do was to write and look after our many children. So
they're multiplying.
They are multiplying. We've written so much, not finished, but demoed and stuff like that it's almost hard to tell sort of how this record's going to take shape. We've got a lot of options, though, yeah.
Will you make two potentially? Could you?
Potentially. I mean, we're working on at the same time we're working on this album, we're working on another restrung, and we've sent tracks to the composer from the last record, The Great Expanse, and we're sending him tracks from this record as we go along. So yeah, we'll probably have 2 records in the bag in about a year from now.
Okay, amazing. And obviously upcoming tour, the Show Business Tour, 5 cities, AB Original, LC Wameo, is that how I pronounce it? And Eclipse from Executioner's fame. Pretty exciting. Fans will have to be quick though, just one show per city.
Just one show per city. We're just easing back into things. You don't want to go crazy and sort of have your eyes too big for your stomach with the world we live in nowadays, because
ain't it the truth?
Yeah, numbers are down across the board at all shows, and a lot of people are struggling after COVID, so not everyone can afford to go to concerts. So yeah, we've just sort of curated it carefully.
I hear you. And with such an array, with such a massive back catalogue now, how do you go about designing a set list? Are there ever arguments about that?
Never. No, we sort of I think our favorite thing is to introduce new songs so we can sort of see old ones out the door.
I mean, you got to get tired of things. You got to, even though we don't.
No, well, I'm sure there's people that do, but there's certain things that we've got to keep in there, because otherwise,
there'll be a riot.
Tear us up. Well, we've got to keep your nosebleeds and 55s and that sort of thing in there. Otherwise, even though it's poorly titled Cosby Sweater, we've got to keep that in there too. People want to hear it.
It's a great song. It's a great song. And you got Night Sky Party in New Zealand coming up. I'm a bit annoyed, actually. I have to say, I nearly wrote a cranky letter because I've never been to New Zealand before. I've traveled a lot, never been to New Zealand before. And then you guys are rocking up 5 days after I leave. So
is it?
Trouble.
Oh, wow.
But that'll be fun. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, we've played Coronet Peak before. We played outdoors at the bottom of a slope, so people were sort of skiing in and snowboarding in while we were playing, which was nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was really fun. And the Kiwis sort of made fun of us because we still played in shorts.
And you got Bass in the Grass this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend on Saturday.
Yeah, nice. Speaking of touring, I think it was the Roots who famously said the only reason they survive touring is by having 2 separate tour buses. I mean, do you guys bus it up, or do you fly?
Depends where we are. In Australia, our country is just too big. It's just too damn big. But if we're in like Europe or the States, we go by bus, and yeah, now we all get along fairly well, so that's not really a problem.
All right.
And
Well, come on, you got to give us the dirt. What's Debris and Pressure's worst habits, and what would they say is yours on tour?
What would they say is mine? Debris is definitely, he's very individual. He's not a pack person, right? So like last time we toured the States, we sort of went to some sort of like Whole Foods or something like that and got a bunch of food for the tour, and he writes his name on all his food. So of course everyone immediately just ate anything with Barry written on it.
Oh. He's lived in too many share homes, I think.
Yeah. I don't know what they'd say about me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I probably get on people's nerves, I reckon.
Oh, now.
And I don't know. What's Precious? I don't know. Pressure just, you know what it is with P. He sort of sometimes makes it impossible to not party.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, yeah. I mean,
the next
he's
day
a party
it
boy.
is.
The next day it is, and there's a lot of next days on tour.
I know, and that's how the song came out, right? That's how Show Business and the name of the tour came out. All right, anniversaries, getting a bit retrospective now. I just wanted to say you're celebrating 15 years since the Hard Road Restrung, which I've got to tell you makes me feel very old, Suffa.
You and me both.
Congrats on the Restrung, right? Like, and congrats also on the 10th anniversary edition of Drinking from the Sun, which I saw was #1 on the vinyl ARIA charts this week. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was funny.
Look, last question. As we age, dare I say it, we all get a bit slow, a little bit rusty at things. What do you do? What does Suffa do to keep your flow and to keep that cadence fresh?
You just got to keep exercise. Well, I don't know whether I do, but like if I do, like you've got to exercise the muscle, otherwise it atrophies. It's like anything. Like I found all the people that sort of stepped away from music and try to come back to it have a real problem reconnecting that sort of those I don't know what you say. It's like the tissue in your brain, the neuroplasticity or whatever, like the muscle memory goes. You've got to exercise the muscle, otherwise it atrophies. So, you know, it's just about always writing and recording and trying to enjoy it as well.
Well, I hope you still do. We're still enjoying it. Look, you came and you conquered. The show is not over yet. Australians, go and get your tickets. These guys know how to party. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure, Suffa. Thank you for your time. I look forward to chatting again.
Renee. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too.